vous invite dans un univers de plaisir et de fantasmes. Venez vous réchauffer et jouir de notre décor chaleureux. Ici, nous réalisons vos fantasmes les plus fous sur le plus grand écran XXX à Montréal.
Cadillac named us. This is like, this stuff is worth money. The unfortunate thing is that they're all folded. That's how they came. I've been here for almost 20 years, and we could modify the building, but we never wanted to modify it. Everything is like really original. Even the projector's hanging on a ramp that goes, over the balcony. So everything is pretty much in its original state.
Do you think that there had ever been like a fresco up there?
Yeah, I only go in the theater in the mornings, and I see it with all the lights on, so it's a little less dark and scary. I'll spray, and then I leave the theater and I don't go back in. So long as there's customers in here, I don't come in.
There's people trying to come in already. What time is it? It's not even 10:30 in the morning yet, and these people just keep trying to get in. We start letting people in at like 10:45 just to warm up and maybe get a coffee and whatnot. But I'm sure if we started playing the films at like 8 a.m., we would have people here.
In the 1960s and 70s, I was the film critic for the Gazette in Montreal. And at the same time, movie theaters, the movies had lost some of their commercial power at that time on account of television came in the 1950s and 60s, and that people could stay home and watch for free what they had formerly had to come to a theater and pay to see. So many of these theaters were going out of business. As for its history, it was called the Globe when it opened, presumably named after the Globe Theatres in London, where Shakespeare's plays were first produced. Well, I've spent 15 or 20 years looking for old photographs of all the theaters in Montreal, and I found a lot of them. I found no photos of Cinema L'Amour.
I've always really been interested in the past, in history. I think the more history something has, the more value there is because it has a story. There's a story behind it. Something that's new doesn't have a story behind it.
The business would become a lot more profitable if we walked around or if I walked around with a laptop and did everything, not have all these expenses. But, being that we're in the business for so long, we want an office. My mom still comes in once in a while. It's a place to go, something to do. We were on 35. We were on 35 millimeter. These were like the leftover films of. A lot of them are cut up. A lot of them are scenes. They're not hardcore. The good stuff we had probably gotten rid of.
Well, girl pornography. Probably 8 or 10 theaters in Montreal, and as I say, dozens across Canada and the world, had their lives extended by this appetite for pornography. And I can say confidently that a theater like the Globe here is still here, because for the last 40 years it's shown pornography.
Cette semaine, venez voir Véronica de Souza, Victorie, Sarah, Mercedes, Lucy, Leslie, Taylor, Claudio Maloney, Bruno Essex et Georges Renaud dans Sharing the Cock.
Other theaters never had a hotline. Other theaters, they'd pick up, hello, the guy would answer, and Here we have a woman that does the, obviously you know who does it. Veronica does it. And she does the hotline for the theater. And describes the movie, as you know, all that stuff.
The goddess of ultimate pleasure.
The goddess of ultimate pleasure.
Add a little spice in your love life this week. The entrance is free for couples every Monday and Tuesday, all day and all night long. My name is Veronica, and I am the goddess of ultimate pleasure.
Veronica's seductive. She's a goddess. She's the goddess of ultimate pleasure. And she was made up for Cinema L'Amour, so I go into that character, and there's no inhibitions, there's no shyness. You just go into it, and she's Veronica, and stay out of her way. And
Yeah, Joyce is really great. Her connection to the theater isn't so much a physical one, like she's not actually here ever, but while I, may be the first thing that people see when they come into the theater, she is the first thing that people hear when they call a hotline.
Are you ready for some DPs, stand up, on the sofa, and doggy style kind of action?
and the explosion of pleasure. Showtime, 11, 3, and 7 p.m.
Yeah, no, she's pretty good at what she does. It's definitely interesting, and for an older gentleman potential client, like, it's pretty hot, It's pretty hot stuff. I think that what I contribute is a young, fresh face and a bit of spunk. Oh, shit! Oh my God, no, that's bad.
I don't know anything really about pornography, and it wasn't even the pornography that drew me to the job. It was the building. Every morning that I go there and I have to kind of spray some deodorizer in the aisles every morning, but while I do it very slowly, I take a leisurely pace, and I spray my deodorizer, and I just look up at the ceiling and look up at all the moldings, and it's like there's something really special there. I don't know.
So what do you have there?
Some newspaper to sit on. Currently, I am sitting on a free bi-monthly newspaper called Sexy Plus, and it's for I guess the sex community. I'm using it to sit on because I don't really know what's on the seat.
Okay.
I'm not going to go into the details of what goes on. Everything you can imagine probably did go on at one point. Chocolate bars, cookies, coffee, hot dogs, popcorn. We do sell popcorn.
Are the food sales pretty good here?
No.
Well, Stephen is, he runs the show. This is Stephen's baby, you know what I mean? Like, whether he's happy about his fate or not to have inherited this theater, he makes do, and he makes it a good business.
Excuse me. James, Steve Coltai, how are you? Do you remember me? The whole idea of coming to Cinema L'Amour is that you are open-spirited, and you have, you have to be you're forced to be a little bit of an exhibitionist. Okay, let's go. For the most part, I have a lot of respect for them. They're good people. They're polite, they're good, they're not what the articles say, a lonely old man. It's not true. These people are retired people. They have a budget. Where else are you going to go for $7 and spend the day in a nice, relaxing environment where you have some friends? I screen my movies here before they go into upstairs, and I do my screening. My DVDs, I'll view them if I choose my movies. This is my space to choose my movies, to do my work, to have any types of meetings if I want a meeting. I mean, I also have the office, but... And I just, it's my personal space. Nowhere. We're the only ones. And people wonder why we still survive. You know, business was better when we had 7, 8 circuits going in Montreal. Oh yeah, supply and demand, more supply, more demand. The fact that we're the only ones, people think that business must be great. You're the only one in the city, there's no competition. They're so wrong. Our business survives on the fact that we've built up a good clientele, a loyal clientele, that have been coming for years. You know, sex, I'd be surprised to find people that don't enjoy sex. Do you enjoy sex?
This place is really stigmatized, you know, and frequenting a place like this is stigmatized in today's society, you know what I mean? Like, why do you have to go out in public and watch pornography? Why can't you do it at home? Or why can't you get a partner? You know what I mean? People may judge or criticize, and sitting at the front, I hear people walk by and they'll kind of laugh at the movie title, or, you know what I mean? And it's not 100% accepted that we exist and that people come here.
Feel pressure? You know, it's a I wouldn't say it's more, do I feel pressure? If the business doesn't succeed, then yes, we'll have to convert it into some kind of club-style environment or restaurant, cabaret, maybe. But for the most part, it's doing well. It's surviving, and it's a turnkey business.
This is by no means the grandest or most special theater that Montreal has ever seen, but it's still much more beautiful than anything you'll see today, and that's what's special about it.
My son still asks me. My son doesn't know what I do for a living. He's like, what do you, Daddy? Well, you have a movie theater for grown-ups, but he hasn't, you know. One day in due time. So that's it.
Alors, à bientôt les amis. Entre-temps, je vous souhaite beaucoup d'amour et surtout des heures et des heures de plaisir intense. Ciao.